Beloved, change is the pulse of life, the rhythm of growth that propels us toward our highest potential. But real change, lasting, meaningful transformation demands courage. It requires us to face truths about ourselves, our beliefs, and our choices that may feel uncomfortable. Today, we will explore 10 truths that, when embraced, can open the door to a life of freedom, authenticity, and joy. You are responsible for your life. This truth is empowering and freeing, yet it can also be difficult to accept. We often want to believe that our circumstances, other people, or the world around us are the reasons for the way our lives are unfolding. However, when we place the power to change outside of ourselves, we give away our ability to create the life we desire. The first step toward lasting transformation is understanding that you hold the pen to your own story. When you accept responsibility for your life, you reclaim your power. You are no longer a passive observer of your existence, but an active creator. This doesn't mean that everything that has happened to you is your fault, nor does it mean that you have to control every aspect of your life. What it means is that you can choose how you respond to the events of your life. You can choose how you think, feel, and act. You are the one who decides what to do with the experiences that come your way. For instance, if you find yourself in a difficult situation, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your health, blaming others or external circumstances will only keep you stuck. The moment you recognize that you have the power to change your perspective and your actions, you begin to unlock new possibilities. It's not always easy, but it is always empowering. You are not helpless in any situation, and by taking responsibility for your thoughts and choices, you begin to open the door to change. This also means that you have the ability to create the life you want. If you are unhappy with your current reality, you can choose to make changes. You can take small steps every day to move in the direction of your desires. Whether it's a change in your career, your relationships, or your health, the power to make that shift lies within you. You have the power to choose what you focus on and how you react to the world around you. Of course, this does not mean that life will always be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments when you feel overwhelmed. But with every challenge comes an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. When you take responsibility for your life, you no longer see obstacles as insurmountable roadblocks, but as chances to expand, heal, and evolve. You understand that each experience, no matter how difficult, carries valuable lessons that will serve you on your journey. Taking responsibility for your life also means owning your emotions and actions. It means acknowledging that your happiness is not dependent on someone else or something outside of you. True happiness comes from within, from the way you view yourself and the choices you make. When you stop relying on others to make you happy, you discover a deep well of peace and contentment within yourself. The path to self-empowerment begins with the simple yet profound realization that you are responsible for your life. Once you embrace this truth, you step into your power and begin to create the life you truly desire. You are the author of your story, and with every thought, word, and action, you are writing a new chapter. Choose to take responsibility and watch your life transform. Change begins within. This simple yet profound statement holds the key to creating the life you desire. We often seek change outside of ourselves, thinking that a new job, relationship, or environment will bring us the happiness and fulfillment we crave. While external circumstances can influence our lives, true lasting change starts from within. It is the transformation of your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that creates the foundation for the life you wish to live. Our external reality is a reflection of what we believe about ourselves and the world around us. If you feel stuck, unfulfilled, or unhappy, it is not a sign that the world is working against you. It is a signal that there is work to be done within. Change is not something that happens to us. It is something we actively create through our choices and perceptions. The way we see ourselves and the world shapes the life we experience. Therefore, when we change our thoughts and beliefs, we begin to see the world differently and invite new experiences into our lives. The first step toward change is to take responsibility for your inner world. We cannot control every external circumstance, but we can control how we respond to them. Our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions guide our actions. When we change our thoughts, we change our feelings, which in turn change our behavior. This creates a ripple effect that alters our reality. The process of inner transformation requires introspection and self-awareness. It requires looking deeply at the beliefs we hold, especially those that no longer serve us. Many of us carry limiting beliefs, often formed in childhood, that tell us we are not good enough, deserving enough, or capable enough to create the life we desire. These beliefs act as barriers to growth and happiness. When we examine these beliefs, we can begin to release them and replace them with empowering, positive affirmations that support our highest potential. This process is not always easy. It can be uncomfortable to confront the negative thought patterns and deep-seated fears that hold us back. However, it is through this discomfort that growth occurs. Each time we face a fear, challenge a limiting belief, or step outside our comfort zone, we expand. As we continue to do this work within, the changes become more evident in our outer world. New opportunities arise, relationships improve, and we begin to experience life in a more positive, fulfilling way. A powerful tool for inner change is the practice of mindfulness. When we become aware of our thoughts and the way they influence our emotions and actions, we gain the power to choose differently. Mindfulness allows us to pause before reacting, giving us the space to respond from a place of love and clarity, rather than from fear or old habits. With this awareness, we can begin to shift our mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. We can start to see ourselves as worthy of success, love, and happiness, and as capable of creating the life we truly desire. Change begins within, but it does not end there. As we transform our inner world, the outer world begins to mirror that transformation. The way we think about ourselves and our place in the world shapes our reality. So take the time to nurture your inner landscape, cultivate positive thoughts, practice self-love, and choose beliefs that empower you. As you do, watch as your life shifts to reflect the beauty, abundance, and joy that has always been within you. Fear will always accompany growth. It is a natural part of the process, a signal that you are stepping out of your comfort zone and moving into unfamiliar territory. While fear can feel uncomfortable, it should not be seen as an obstacle or something to avoid. Rather, it is an essential companion on the path to personal evolution. Every time you grow, whether it's in your career, relationships, or inner development, fear will show up. The key is not to let it control you, but to understand it, embrace it, and use it as a tool for growth. Fear arises when we face something unknown, when we stretch beyond our current abilities or understanding. It can be triggered by taking risks, making big decisions, or pursuing dreams that feel larger than life. The mind's natural tendency is to resist change, seeking the familiar and the safe. Fear is an instinctual response to this resistance. However, growth lies in the very things that scare us. It is in the uncertainty, the discomfort, and the challenge that we are pushed to evolve. Many people stop in their tracks when they feel fear, believing it to be a sign that something is wrong. But fear is simply a feeling, a signal that change is on the horizon. Instead of retreating, you can choose to acknowledge the fear and continue moving forward. You can use it as a signal to be alert and cautious, but not as an excuse to hold back. The more you face fear, the more you begin to see it as a natural part of the journey rather than something to be feared in itself. Growth involves breaking through old patterns, letting go of limiting beliefs, and embracing new possibilities. This process often brings up fear, as it challenges the identity and security we have built around ourselves. But in breaking through these walls, we become freer and more aligned with our authentic selves. Fear doesn't disappear overnight, but over time, as we face it again and again, it becomes less paralyzing. It becomes a signal that we are on the right path, moving towards something bigger than ourselves. The most successful people in life are not those who never experience fear, but those who learn to act in spite of it. They don't let fear dictate their decisions or hold them back. Instead, they recognize fear as a sign that they are growing, that they are expanding their capacity to experience life in a deeper way. Every great achievement, whether personal or professional, requires courage, and courage is only needed when fear is present. It is in moments of fear that we find the opportunity to prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we ever imagined. In facing fear, we develop resilience. Each time we choose to move forward despite the fear, we build strength and confidence. With each step, the fear diminishes and our comfort zone expands. Growth requires us to move beyond the known, to stretch ourselves beyond what we think we are capable of. The more we do this, the more we realize that fear is not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced as a marker of progress. Fear will always accompany growth, but it does not need to be a barrier. Instead, let it be a reminder that you are stretching yourself, evolving, and becoming the person you were meant to be. When you learn to walk through fear with grace and determination, you unlock the power to create a life that is truly extraordinary. Letting go is necessary for growth, healing, and transformation. It is often one of the most difficult yet most essential aspects of life. We hold on to things, whether it's past hurts, unfulfilling relationships, old beliefs, or material possessions, because we believe they are part of our identity or our comfort zone. But holding on too tightly to what no longer serves us keeps us stuck in the past, preventing us from embracing the fullness of the present moment and the opportunities that await us. When we let go, we make space for new experiences, new growth, and new possibilities. We create room in our hearts and minds for new energy to flow. Letting go is not about giving up or resigning ourselves to defeat. It is about releasing what is no longer aligned with who we are becoming. It is a conscious choice to free ourselves from attachments that hinder our progress, whether they are physical, emotional, or psychological. One of the hardest things to let go of is the past. We often define ourselves by the experiences we've had, the successes, the failures, the joy, the pain. We hold on to memories because they give us a sense of familiarity and continuity. But clinging to the past limits our ability to step into the future. Every moment that we spend dwelling on what was is a moment that we are not fully present in what is. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting or abandoning the lessons it taught us. It means no longer allowing the past to control or define our present. It means learning from it, growing from it, and then releasing it so we can step into the next chapter of our lives. Letting go also involves releasing toxic relationships. We sometimes hold on to people because we fear being alone or because we feel a sense of obligation. But staying in relationships that drain us or no longer align with our values only keeps us from attracting the relationships that are meant for us. We must release relationships that no longer bring us joy or support our growth. This may be difficult, especially if we've invested a lot of time or energy into them, but it is an act of self-love and respect. You deserve to be surrounded by people who uplift you, encourage you, and bring out the best in you. Another area where letting go is essential is in the realm of beliefs. Many of us carry limiting beliefs that were instilled in us during childhood or through societal conditioning. These beliefs tell us that we are not good enough, that we cannot achieve our dreams, or that we do not deserve love and success. Letting go of these beliefs requires us to challenge the stories we have been telling ourselves and to release the fear that holds us back. It means replacing self-doubt with self-love and confidence, and embracing the idea that we are worthy of all the good things that life has to offer. Material possessions can also be a source of attachment. We often hold on to things because they remind us of a certain time in our lives, or because we believe they define our worth. But the truth is, material possessions do not bring lasting happiness or fulfillment. Letting go of physical clutter creates a sense of space and freedom, both in our homes and in our minds. It allows us to focus on what truly matters: our health, our relationships, our passions, and our purpose. Letting go is a process, and it can take time. It may be uncomfortable at first as we release the familiar and step into the unknown. But each time we let go of what no longer serves us, we create more room for the things that are aligned with our true selves. We invite growth, healing, and abundance into our lives. Trust that when you let go of what is not meant for you, something better will always take its place. You will face resistance. It is an inevitable part of the journey toward growth and change. No matter how committed you are to making positive shifts in your life, resistance will show up. It may appear as self-doubt, fear, procrastination, or even external obstacles that seem to stand in your way. This resistance is not a sign that you should stop or that you are on the wrong path. Rather, it is a natural response to the discomfort of change. Understanding and embracing resistance can help you move through it and come out stronger on the other side. Resistance arises because change often feels uncertain and unfamiliar. Our minds are wired to seek comfort and stability. When we embark on a new journey, whether it's pursuing a new career, changing a habit, or stepping into a new relationship, we step outside of the known and into the unknown. This can trigger feelings of fear and anxiety. The mind, in its attempt to protect us, sends out resistance to keep us where we are. Even if staying where we are no longer serves us, it wants to hold on to the familiar, even if that familiar space is limiting. The key to understanding resistance is recognizing that it is not necessarily something to be avoided, but rather something to be navigated. Resistance is a sign that you are growing, stretching beyond your current limitations, and stepping into new possibilities. Every time you face resistance and choose to push through it, you strengthen your resolve and increase your capacity for transformation. It is through resistance that we learn the most about ourselves and develop the resilience needed to succeed. The resistance you face may come from within, in the form of negative thoughts and doubts. You might question your abilities, wonder if you are worthy of success, or feel overwhelmed by the obstacles ahead. These thoughts are natural, but they are not the truth of who you are. They are the mind's way of trying to keep you safe, but you have the power to choose which thoughts to believe. When you notice resistance rising in the form of self-doubt, take a moment to breathe and remind yourself that it is simply a sign of change. You are capable of more than you realize, and the discomfort you feel is part of the process of transformation. Resistance can also manifest in the form of external obstacles, unforeseen challenges, setbacks, or opposition from others. You may encounter people who doubt your vision or situations that seem to block your progress. These external factors are not meant to discourage you, but to test your determination. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to rise above it, to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Remember that resistance does not mean you are on the wrong path. In fact, it often means you are on the right one. The road to success is rarely smooth, and it is the way you respond to these challenges that will determine your future. Another form of resistance is procrastination. When faced with a task that requires effort or takes us out of our comfort zone, we may delay taking action. Procrastination often stems from fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of the unknown. To overcome procrastination, it is important to acknowledge the fear and take small steps forward. Every action you take, no matter how small, reduces the power of resistance. Consistency, even in the face of fear, will propel you forward. Resistance is a natural and necessary part of the growth process. It is a signal that you are on the verge of something greater, that you are moving beyond what you once thought was possible. When resistance arises, take a deep breath and trust that it is not a barrier, but a bridge. It is through facing resistance and continuing to move forward that we achieve the transformation we seek. Embrace the discomfort, welcome the challenges, and know that each step you take in the face of resistance brings you closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. The path you walk, the choices you make, and the dreams you chase are unique to you. While you may share your thoughts, aspirations, and struggles with others, not everyone will resonate with your vision or support your decisions. This can be difficult, especially when we seek validation or understanding from those around us. However, the lack of understanding from others is not a reflection of your worth or the validity of your journey. It is simply a reminder that everyone's path is different, and not everyone is meant to walk alongside you. People's perceptions of you are shaped by their own experiences, beliefs, and expectations. When you decide to embark on a new direction, whether it's a personal transformation, a career change, or a new relationship, those around you may struggle to comprehend the reasons behind your choices. They may not see what you see, and they may not understand why you're choosing to do something that seems unconventional, risky, or unfamiliar. This lack of understanding often comes from a place of concern, but it can also stem from their own fears, insecurities, or limitations. They may be projecting their own doubts onto you, or they may simply not be in a place where they can relate to your vision. It's important to remember that you are not required to explain yourself to everyone, nor should you expect others to fully understand your journey. Their understanding is not necessary for your progress or happiness. What truly matters is that you understand yourself and your own path. You have a vision of who you want to become, and you have a sense of the direction you want to go. Trust that this vision is valid, even if others cannot see it. Not everyone will understand your dreams, and that's part of the process. What matters is that you stay true to yourself and remain committed to your goals. There may be moments when the lack of understanding from others causes doubt or frustration. It can be hard when people close to you question your choices or express concern, especially when they don't see the bigger picture. But instead of taking their reactions personally, see them as a reflection of their own perspective. Everyone has their own set of beliefs, fears, and limitations that shape the way they view the world. Just because they don't understand your choices doesn't mean you are wrong. In fact, it may mean that you are growing beyond what they can currently comprehend. The key is to keep moving forward regardless of the opinions or understanding of others. Surround yourself with people who do support your journey and who believe in your potential. Seek out those who understand the importance of personal growth and who encourage you to pursue your dreams. At the same time, be compassionate toward those who don't understand. Their lack of understanding is not a reflection of your worth or the value of your path. It simply means that their journey is different, and they may not yet be in a position to support yours. Ultimately, your journey is yours to walk. You don't need everyone to understand your choices or your vision. The people who truly care about you will support you. even if they don't fully understand the details of your path. Trust yourself and know that the people who matter will be there for you, regardless of whether they understand your every move. The most important thing is that you are aligned with your own truth and that you continue to move forward with confidence, knowing that your journey is uniquely yours, and that's enough. Self-love is non-negotiable. It is not something that can be compromised or set aside for any reason. It is the foundation of a fulfilling, balanced, and meaningful life. In a world that often encourages self-sacrifice, people-pleasing, and external validation, self-love becomes the most important practice you can cultivate. Without it, you are unable to truly connect with others, pursue your dreams, or live authentically. Self-love is not just a luxury or a fleeting feeling, it is an essential, non-negotiable part of your well-being. When you love yourself, you are able to set healthy boundaries, make choices that align with your highest good, and treat yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that you would offer to someone you deeply care about. It is not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It is about accepting yourself as you are, embracing your flaws and imperfections, and understanding that you are worthy of love and happiness just as you are. One of the most important aspects of self-love is self-acceptance. This means fully accepting who you are, where you are, and what you have been through. It is about letting go of self-judgment and embracing your humanity. You don't need to be anyone else or live up to unrealistic standards in order to be worthy of love and respect. When you love yourself, you accept yourself without condition. This creates a sense of inner peace and confidence, allowing you to live with authenticity and courage. Self-love also involves taking care of your mind, body, and soul. It means nourishing yourself with healthy thoughts, positive affirmations, and activities that uplift you. It is about treating your body with care and respect, listening to its needs, and giving it the rest, nutrition, and movement it requires to thrive. Self-love is not about selfishness or vanity. It is about recognizing that you deserve the same care and attention you so freely give to others. When you take care of yourself, you show the world that you value yourself, and you set the tone for how others should treat you. The practice of self-love requires consistency and commitment. It's not always easy, especially when old habits of self-criticism or self-doubt arise, but self-love is a daily choice. It's a choice to affirm your worth, to honor your needs, and to show up for yourself in every moment. It means letting go of guilt when you take time for yourself and not feeling selfish for prioritizing your own happiness and peace of mind. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you practice self-love, you fill your cup to overflowing, and from that place, you are able to give freely and abundantly to others. Ultimately, self-love is the key to living a life that is aligned with your true desires and purpose. It empowers you to make decisions from a place of confidence and clarity rather than fear or insecurity. It helps you build resilience in the face of challenges and keeps you grounded in your own worth. When self-love is non-negotiable, you are able to show up as the best version of yourself, not for others, but for you. This is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world. Pain is a powerful teacher. Though we often seek to avoid it or push it away, pain has a unique way of showing us things about ourselves and the world that we may not have been able to see without it. It has the ability to break us open, shake us out of complacency, and force us to confront our deepest truths. While no one desires to experience pain, it is often in our moments of suffering that we grow the most. Pain, in its many forms, emotional, physical, or psychological, has a way of teaching us lessons that can lead to profound transformation. When we experience pain, it often forces us to slow down and reflect. In our busy lives, we may be so focused on achieving goals, pleasing others, or simply getting through the day that we overlook the deeper parts of ourselves. Pain, however, has a way of bringing us into the present moment. It demands our attention, urging us to stop and look within. This is where the lessons begin. Pain can reveal the areas of our lives where we are out of alignment, where our values, choices, and actions are not in harmony. It shows us what we are avoiding, what we need to heal, and what needs to change in order for us to grow. One of the most important lessons that pain teaches us is resilience. When we go through difficult experiences, we may feel broken, lost, or hopeless. But with time, we begin to rebuild. We learn to adapt, to cope, and to navigate life's challenges with greater strength. Pain teaches us that we are more capable than we often give ourselves credit for. We learn that we have the power to rise above adversity, to heal from heartbreak, and to move forward, even when it feels impossible. Each painful experience becomes a testament to our resilience, proving that we can handle much more than we initially believed. Pain also teaches us compassion both for ourselves and others. When we go through suffering, we develop a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. We realize that everyone, at some point, faces pain in their own way. This awareness allows us to be more empathetic and kind, not just to others, but to ourselves as well. Pain teaches us that we are not alone in our struggles and that it is okay to feel vulnerable. It shows us that we are all connected in our humanity, and through this connection we find healing. Furthermore, pain helps us let go of attachments and false beliefs. Often it is through loss, whether it's the end of a relationship, the loss of a loved one, or the failure of a dream, that we are forced to release what no longer serves us. We are challenged to let go of old identities, beliefs, or expectations, making space for new growth. Pain can be a catalyst for change, pushing us to reassess our priorities and align ourselves with our true purpose. Lastly, pain teaches us gratitude. After we experience hardship, we often begin to appreciate the moments of peace, joy, and stability that we once took for granted. Pain sharpens our awareness of life's fleeting nature, reminding us to cherish the good times and to approach each day with a sense of gratitude. It helps us understand that even in suffering, there is a gift. The pain we endure eventually becomes the very foundation upon which we build a richer, more meaningful life. In the end, pain is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a powerful teacher that guides us toward greater wisdom, strength, and compassion. It forces us to confront ourselves, to grow, and to evolve into the person we are meant to be. While pain may feel overwhelming in the moment, it always carries with it the potential for transformation. Embracing pain as a teacher allows us to emerge from difficult experiences not only healed, but stronger, wiser, and more connected to our authentic selves. You are stronger than you realize. In moments of struggle, self-doubt, and hardship, it's easy to forget the incredible resilience and strength that resides within you. Life often throws challenges your way, testing your limits and pushing you to your breaking point. But it's in those very moments that you discover the depths of your inner strength, the strength that has carried you through every difficult situation you've faced up to this point and will continue to carry you forward. Your strength is not always loud or obvious. It's often quiet and subtle, hidden beneath the surface. It's the courage to keep moving forward when you feel like giving up. It's the determination to rise after each setback, to face another day even when you feel exhausted or defeated. Strength doesn't always look like perfection or invincibility. Sometimes it's simply showing up, day after day, even when things feel uncertain or overwhelming. Think about all the times you've overcome obstacles in the past. Reflect on the challenges that once seemed insurmountable, yet you found a way to push through. Maybe it was a difficult breakup, a health issue, a financial setback, or a loss that left you grieving. In those moments, you may have felt like you weren't strong enough, like you couldn't go on. But you did. You found the strength within yourself to keep moving, to heal, and to rebuild your life. Each challenge you've faced has only served to deepen your resilience and your capacity to overcome adversity. Sometimes the strength you possess lies in your ability to adapt. Life doesn't always go as planned, and unexpected changes or setbacks can leave us feeling out of control. Yet, time and time again, you found a way to adapt to new circumstances, to learn and grow from experiences that weren't part of your original vision. You've learned that even when things don't unfold as expected, you are capable of making adjustments, of finding new paths, and of discovering new opportunities. That adaptability is a powerful form of strength. Your strength is also found in your ability to be vulnerable. It takes incredible courage to be open, to ask for help, and to share your struggles with others. Strength is not about doing everything on your own or pretending to be invulnerable. It's about having the wisdom to acknowledge when you need support and the bravery to lean on others when necessary. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable opens the door for growth, healing, and deeper connections with the people who care about you. When you face challenges, it's easy to feel as though you are being tested in ways you cannot handle. Yet, every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to tap into a strength you didn't know you had. You are far more resilient and capable than you often give yourself credit for. The strength within you is not something that can be easily diminished or taken away. It is a part of who you are, always available to you when you need it most. Remember, your strength is not defined by the ease of your journey or the absence of difficulty. It is defined by your ability to keep going, to keep believing in yourself, and to keep rising no matter what life throws your way. You may not always see it or feel it, but you are stronger than you realize. Trust in that strength. Lean into it when times get tough, and allow it to guide you toward the future you are destined to create. The challenges you face today will only make you stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. Real change is a lifelong process. It is not something that happens overnight or through a single moment of inspiration. True transformation requires time, patience, and a willingness to evolve continually. Change is not a destination but a journey, one that unfolds over years, marked by progress, setbacks, growth, and renewal. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that change should be immediate or that we should reach a certain point and stop. But in reality, the most profound and lasting changes are those that happen gradually, over time. Change often begins with a desire to improve or to move away from something that no longer serves us. It could be a desire to let go of unhealthy habits, develop new skills, or become a more confident person. The spark of intention is important, but it is just the beginning. The true work of change comes in the consistent, everyday actions that align with that intention. It's about making choices every day that reflect the person you want to become, even when it feels difficult or when progress seems slow. Change isn't a quick fix, it is a series of small steps, each one building upon the other, that leads to lasting transformation. Along the way, you will face resistance. Change is not always easy, and there will be moments when you question whether it's worth the effort. You may encounter setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when old patterns resurface, but this is all part of the process. Real change is not linear. It is filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. It is important to remember that setbacks are not failures, they are simply opportunities to learn and grow. Each time you fall and get back up, you are strengthening your ability to continue moving forward. The process of real change involves learning to be patient with yourself, to understand that growth takes time, and to embrace the imperfections that come with being human. One of the most crucial aspects of real change is self-awareness. As you begin to change, you will start to notice aspects of yourself that may have been hidden or neglected. This awareness can be uncomfortable at times, as it may require you to confront parts of yourself that you would rather avoid. However, this self-awareness is necessary for growth. It allows you to see where you need to heal, what needs to be let go of, and what new beliefs or behaviors you need to cultivate. Real change requires you to take an honest look at yourself, acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses, and make conscious decisions to improve.